What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yet another one, the best right there. Today we have a 2016 with about 44,000 miles on this Super Duty. This customer would like a block heater cable and element installed. If you guys don't know where to check, you want to look above your starter. Right there you can see that silver plug in the side of the block. That is where the element is supposed to go. So I'm going to kind of go over, I am going to go over what you need to do to get that plug out and how to properly run your cable on your 11 through 16 6.7. First and foremost, let's start off with the correct part. This is the heater element for your 6.7. This is all it is right here. We got some writing on here. You guys can search that on the interwebs. But yeah, you can see it comes with a new O-ring. We're just gonna simply screw that into the block. Same size socket for your lower fuel filter cap as the block heater element. That's what I've been using to take out. So the element. And we have the cord. This is not the same cord that goes on the newer Model 17s. See, check it out. 2-piece cable. Got some locating tabs and whatnot. So, all right, let's get this thing in the air and let's start the repair. All right, so what I'm gonna do before I make a complete mess taking that out, what's better, the finger or the shadow? All right, before I do that, I guess I should say, if you drain the coolant in the radiator, you're not really going to get the coolant out of the block. So note to self, if you are going to take that silver plug out, you are going to get douched with coolant. So try to be, unfortunately this one's hot, the customer's waiting, or has dropped it off, will return shortly, yeah, just be careful because you're going to be getting coolant all over you. So yeah, here we go. Oh, and if you guys are wondering how much coolant I took out, this was empty, so I'm thinking maybe 3.5, 4 gallons. So make sure you got something big enough to catch that. I'm going to install the cable first so that I'm not going to be getting dripped on after doing the element and then not be in a good mood after. So we're going to go over with each twang where it's all going to go. What I'm going to do right now, you can see the cables on the tire. I'm going to simply route it just behind the shock tower, and then we're going to go each twang and show you where they go. All right, I've ran the cable. I'm starting from the orange. I have one twang here. I went underneath, around the shock tower, or spring tower, shock tower, whatever you want to call it, and underneath this harness, because that harness is twanged right here. So my block heater cable is going just like this. So you want one twang visible here, one here, and one here. This is how you want it to sit right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the orange connector through or underneath that harness, and there is a locating hole right there. Just going to twist this around so it sits like this, and then I'm just going to give it a little pull over here, try to find the hole, and then I'm just going to go ahead and push it in there. Oh. A little tough. Oh, hold on. Oh, come on, man. That shit's hard. Okay, that ain't going nowhere. All right, so it's gonna sit something like that. I can dig that. So that is gonna be the first point that you're gonna go on, and that is gonna give you the first spot you want to go in. Now you can see that twang is facing the engine. I want it to be up top. top and facing me. So I'm just twisting the cable. It's kind of rigid here. Oh, tough, bud. All right, give me 1 sec. All right, so I got it. I was telling you. Now, if you look right here, my finger is right over it. There's the other locating hole, and we're gonna go and do something like this, like that. A little adjustment. These things are tight to get into the hole, so be prepared to apply a good amount of force. Man, I can't even get that little guy in. Oh, all right. Let me see if I can give it a little persuasion here. All I need to do is just kick down in the hole. There we go. All right, I'm happy with that. So the next part, you're gonna have a hole right here in this metal bracket. Just go ahead and push that guy through. And then you're gonna route your cable right through the fender liner, like so. And just gonna keep feeding it. It's gonna drop down by the transmission cooler. Let's go underneath here and take a look-see. This guy is coming down in the front. We actually need to go over the cooler, like so. So it's sitting on top of your transmission cooler. Just kind of wiggle everything down. I'll show you where the twang is supposed to go. Let's go back up top really quick. Take a look here, make sure we're looking good. Okay, we got one twang right here. You guys are gonna have to feel with your hands here, right? See if I can stick my hand up through here. There's gotta be a hole in the frame right here somewhere. Is it on this hump? Where is it? I can't feel it. All right, let me do some inspection here. All right, I found it. I had to use 2 hands. It's actually tucked right. You gotta move the lower radiator hose, and it's literally right here. The frame. Oh my goodness. The frame has like where the 2 pieces come together right here. You'll feel like a big weld or a drop down in the metal. It's hiding right behind that drop down between the lower hose and right where the frame wants to round to go on the other side. You'll feel a hole, use both hands, and you can just get in there and wiggle it in. Okay, so we're back underneath. Got the twang on the frame, and you guys can see the next one is right here on the transmission fluid cooler. You guys might have a plow bracket on, and it might be a little more difficult to get into this area, but that is where it's supposed to lock in. So next, we're gonna route this in through this air deflector and to the front of my favorite truck on the road, the Super Duty. All right, so we're in the front. You guys can see the next twang hole. Let's see if we can go ahead and get that juniper up in there. Man, them things are tough, bro. I ain't trying to be a wussy, but Christ, man, them things are hurting my fingers. Let's try again. Can I go from the bottom and do it, maybe? Give it a little smushy smush. All right, so we got that in. The final one, dun 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 dun, is going to be right there. right there. The last part, if you've got it done correctly, you shouldn't have any weird looking cables or anything not ran correctly. Everything looks like it is stock and from the factory. The last thing to do, well, second to last thing to do, is we're going to go ahead. Oops, we're gonna go ahead and. All right, we need 2 hands. Oh no, I think I got it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy in here, and it's just gonna flip-flop right there. And get you guys some number 1 right there, electrical grease, part number XG12, and I am just going to apply. I'm going to do it and then I'm going to show you. I just put a little in the cap, and then all I'm going to do is just put the cap on so that those prongs have good electrical grease on them. And I'm gonna go through the front license plate adapter. If you don't have a front plate on where you guys live, this will work. And just go ahead and, sorry, I keep going down when I'm doing that. Get that thing over, just like that. So it'll be sitting here just like this. All right, on to the Element C upstairs. Ooh. That's gonna be messy. I can barely see it. You guys can barely see it. I wonder if it'll be better if I went through here. I don't know. Let me show you the tool setup we gotta use. We got a big old 14 mil Allen, and we're going to try to affixate that into the plug and remove it. Okay, so this is the setup I'm going to use. I got a long 1/2-inch breaker bar flex head, and I'm going to try to bust it loose just like this. And then I'm gonna go upstairs. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna. Oh, okay, I cracked it loose. Okay, that should be enough. I cracked it loose. I'm gonna lower it down, and I'm gonna try to do it through the wheel well so that I'm not. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I don't want to wear coolant, especially hot. Okay, so I did leave this in here and sticking my arm through the wheel well to loosen that more. These edges right here were cutting right into my wrist. So I did take the twang out, maybe leave that out until you get the Element in. But I got a big plastic tote down here. I got coolant already dribbling. I got, this is, oh man. All right, we good. Oh, let me let this beeping stop. All right, well, I'm just gonna keep going. I got it loosened off. I can do it with my fingers, but I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get douche with coolant. Right now, this plug is hot, and the coolant that's touching my fingers is hot too. All right, here we go. Couple more turns. This is gonna go everywhere. I'm doing the old gunner stance down here in front of the tire. So quickly, I'm going to move. Okay, it's getting to the end. Oh gosh, that's hot. You guys can see coolant starting to dribble. Again, I got a tote. Excuse the beeping in the background. She's gonna go. I did take the cap off the radiator, or the degas bottle, but here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on. Yay, the beeping stopped. Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's going, baby. Oh, she's steaming. Don't breathe it in. She's going all over. You guys want to take a bath in that? No bueno. Coolant looks good. It's only 40,000 miles. Gonna let that do its thing, and then yeah, we'll put the block heater in with the new O-ring, glue it up with some coolant, and yeah. Gonna put the element in again. This is the same size as your lower fuel filter housing cap, 32 milli. I went ahead and instead of putting it in the electrical connector, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that same electrical grease in here to ensure good lifetime positive connections. So let's go ahead and put this in. Inserting. Just like that. Just like that. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Can't seem to screw it in. Come on. Here we go. I don't hear no more coolant leaking. Screw, 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 screw. Oh. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm going to lift it back up and we are going to give it its final snug. Let me be frank so I can surely tell you. Just tighten that sucker as tight as you can get it. I couldn't show it because I had to use two hands because I was using a wobbly do extension. But the last part you guys are going to do is feed that back through. Get you back in that twang hole right here. Like that. And then this only goes on two ways, and it's over the two pins that you saw me put lube on. Where are they? They looks like they're at 12 and 6 o'clock as they're in the engine. Sorry you guys couldn't see there for a second. And you'll know it goes on when you hear those. So you will have something that looks like that all the way around. Give it one more pushy push and extract the light. I hope the 6 dudes love them. Alright, you guys, tell me what you think about that in the comment section below. If anybody's ever had to install a block heater cord and element on their 11 to 16 Super Dizzle. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. See ya!